Welcome back again, guys, and it's another episode of EJ Show, and it's about day 47, 47 of EJ Show, English Show, and it's a sunny day, and it's completely a sunny day because it's something is climate which we can see at the sky there is dark cloud is sum up with, and I think that today night it will be a what downpouring, and that's all. And we are just moving over to the first segment, which is vocabulary bank. And due to the shortage of vocabulary, you know the thing, right? And shortage of vocabulary, we are just reviewing its entire segment. So we are just moving over to the segment. Adept, skilled or proficient. Congenial, sharing same temperament or quality. Bolster, to support or strengthen. Elucidate, to explain something and make it clear. Jocular, someone who cracks jokes. Presume, pre-assuming. Pragmatic, practical, realistic, down to earth, matter of fact. Pile, a group of several things of same type that are put on top of each other. Succinct, concise, short or brief. Seedling, a young plant or tree grown from a seed. Filth, dirt or dirty stuff. Bleak, unhappy, unpleasant, having no hope. Vicious, deliberately cruel or violent. Fruition, fruition, realization or fulfillment of a plan or project. Reminisce, talk about pleasant events in your past. And that's all. And we are just winding up that segment, which is a vocabulary bank, and we are just moving over to the next segment, which is what? Hope of Fire. And for today's episode, I just that for the past few days we are just continuing the pattern, which is a general discussion, because I don't have a specific topic to discuss with, and if anything will bulge into my mind, then I will discuss it later or on the future episodes as well. So there are lots of memories within me, and I am not stressing out completely. That's why I am not interested in discussing with you all, guys. And if time allows and also the mode also motivates me, then I will discuss with you all, guys. And that's why I'm just having a general discussion with regard to the current weather, the mood, today's mood, etc., etc. That's all. And for today, I just have what previously on the last night, I just have watched a movie which is Houseful 3, and it's a Bollywood movie, and it's casting. It has the cast and crew of Akshay Kumar, Akshay, Abhishek Bachchan, and also what's the other guy's name? I don't getting that. Ritesh Deshmukh. That's all, and that they are the three roles, prominent roles played in that film, and it's something which is a comedy film. It's totally about three pairs of couples, and they are adventurous for their marriage, and that's all, and their love, running over to their achieving their love relations. That's all, and it's completely a family, not a family movie. It's completely about a comedy genre movie, and we can't think, or we can't have any space to think, because it's something that only focusing on comedy, and we can see that kind of basic uh, logicality, non-logic, unlogic in some of the scenes, as per we all are what realistic people, right? And we are living in a realistic environment, so we will think twice, because we are what watch that kind of scenes, and we can't but relate it to our daily life, or as per the reality or realistic environment, so we can adapt it that kind of way. But it's nice, and it can be a watchable movie, and somewhere we can what the mimicking or the basic joker kinds of acting or the verbal languages also. There is no double meaning kind of sorts of scenes or not there, but it's something which is what making that kind of jocular way of what uh, characterization. What exactly the Akshay Kumar's roles and something which he has been a abnormal mind, has some abnormal mind, and he's fighting with that kind of abnormalities. That's all, and not in a what we can see in tangible way, but some when we pronounce or spell that India, then it will come into another what person, and it's about double personality disorder that we can named, and it's totally named by me right now. So if not that the same word, then please forgive me that for the naming, and that's all. And for today I just have a binge watch of or some watch some YouTube videos. For the last few weeks I just have that kind of binge watch of YouTube videos, and also some podcast from an app which is but sponsored by English British Council. So that's all. That's the main thing or things that I normally do as a routine for my day-to-day activities as per. So I don't have much about that, nothing more about that, and that's all. And I wish that I am just wish that I can further go for Expendables, and I am just have to download that movie. And once I watched it, I just like that kind of adventurous on a task which will help us to makes that curiosity when we watch that, and we just have to travel with that kind of movies as well. So I am totally enjoy that kind of movies, and it's something which is very heroism as well, heroistic. So I like it, and the way we can have that kind of supreme power or extreme power will help us, like we read out the magazines or comic books, right? And we the thing that we fund but the fantasy will help us to dream some super extreme level that we can't imagine in the normal way. That's why we can love that fantasy kind of genre, and it's something which is very what experienced one, and I like that kind of movies. So that's why I like to download that movie. And Hollywood movies are always keeps that kind of standards in their making as well as the acting in a very specific means. That they are meant to do their job in a way that everyone will do their masterpiece in their way. So at the final we can get that kind of output which will help us to what which will help us to what get a great masterpiece copy. And something everywhere we have to what as per the Indian cinema we have to be we got that kind of great talents as well, but the storyline, the content, the context which we have to spell the story or talk about the story or tell told about the story is to be way demanded, and the culture that we are situated with is currently being some influences in telling the story of movies. So we can see in Hollywood movies it's completely of some audience way of intelligence or intellectual. It's also involved in the story. So we can see we also have to think twice or thrice, etc., furthermore times as well. So then only we get that kind of understanding from that whole concept. Otherwise we can what get 100% uh, what idea with regard to the content of the story, and something which is specific specific in Hollywood movies, but in Bollywood, but in Mollywood it's completely of content based, and we can see if the script is pakka, then we will, and the acting is also good, then audience will like to watch that kind of movies as well. In any genre they will watch that. In something which some theatrical experience is needed, then they will go there and watch it. And it's not about the money or the budget or in something like that. If the movie at the final, at the end of the day, if that movie can entertain the audience, then they will watch that kind of movies, and they will love to watch that kind of movies. And it will help the industry, not in a specific state or specific to sort of what industry, but it will help the entire industry to grow as a what, as a bigger community. We can see the when the community will increase, the way of thinking as well as the way of investment is also will change, and it will enormously help the entire industry to grow as a whole. And we think it will help the entire industry. So I am, as far as I am a native of Kerala, I most consider that Mollywood movies are something which we get from a theatrical experience, as well as in storyline they will speak about some huge content which will help us to think in a way that we don't have to, not only we have to enjoy it, but we have to contribute something to into the movie. Then only we get the final out or 100% idea with regard to the content. And we can relate that contest, the idea which the director has to plan to communicate with us, can be the contest which is very realistic, or otherwise it's normal, or it can be possible. That's why. And some fantasy movies are also there, but it's something which is, if the script is something which is the main, and the content which is the main, and if that, or if it's the 50 percentage of the whole project, and the script, if exactly the perfect, or not the perfect one, but there is a magic at the end, but the script is the main. And if the script is do its job, then part of the work will be finished, and it's something magic, and everything has its own magic happens in every moment, and the act that we are performing has a magical hands of God. You heard about it, right? And it's something that we really have to enjoy it. And movie is an industry which I totally enjoy. It's because I totally want to deeply or intensely have to express my emotions, or the way another person will act on a specific context, and I have to involve into that role, and I am totally enjoy that kind of moments. But till now I don't get that kind of moments, but that kind of situations that I have to wait for that, and I am just patiently waiting for that. I don't even try on any theoretical or practical what experience. So I am just hoping that the passion that always remains in my mind will the only proof that I have that kind of passion towards a movies. And I not want to do that kind of enormous number of, or what, with or amount of movies, but I have to do which satisfy my needs, or my what, that happiness when I watch that movie in the theater or in any way, I got that kind of happiness, at last excitement or something that which I totally enjoy at the out, and that's the thing that will remains me in 100%, that will remain me in that industry. So that's why I just have to remain or be that kind of passions in the whole life. So I am just hoping everything will happen at the right moment and the best is yet to come, right? And that's all. I don't get any specific topic, that's why I just lagging out the topic which is the industry, movie industry or films. That's why it's taken that kind of time, and sorry for the what we just regarding this as a situation or the place where I can say my apologize to you all guys, because you all guys listen from the beginning itself to till now, and you just have that kind of patience, and you all guys being staying with me at the process. So it's very thankful, or I have to communicate, or say I have to say my gratitude towards you all guys. And it's about what we are just winding up today's episode, and thank you very much, and still want your support. And it's about the journey that we can reach at the final destination, but we still will have to be hang on the process. So I am just hoping that I will hang on the or hang on the process. So tomorrow what uh, situation or the circumstances, it's always the time that will takes us to the next destination, right? And we are just hoping everything will happen at the right moment. And we are just winding up today's episode, and which is day 47 of PJ Show English Show. And here Jithin signing off. Bye for now. See you next time in the next episode. Bye bye. Tata.